Yo! I'm going to do a couple videos that I've already done in the past, but I'm going to redo them for the Sugar is Life diet. So I have a place that I can send people to and say these are the core concepts. So the last video was on the core concepts of the diet. This one is going to be on one of the biggest components is giving it time. Giving it time. Give it time. You have to give it time. This diet is not a crash diet. It is not a restriction fat loss diet. It is a diet that's enabling you to live the rest of your life in a healthful way, lean for life, metabolically healthy for life, hopefully disease-free for life. So in that sense, give it time because you have your whole life ahead of you. You're in it for the long haul. So when everybody, starts a diet, no matter what diet it is, they want to see immediate results. Immediate. They want to see whatever. If it's fat loss diet, they want to see that fat loss immediately. People want everything immediately. But you didn't get sick immediately. You didn't put on fat immediately. And so as much as you want to whine and cry about it, just kidding, but as much as you want to say, what the heck? Why isn't this diet working for me right away? Well, because you can't beat biology. And if you did something wrong, you can't just... Oh, Ziggy found some deer. You can't just undo it instantly. Your body is not a machine that you can go in and tighten a screw and you're fixed. It's a dynamic organism that is always reaching towards health, always healing. But it takes time to get there. And a couple of the key factors in that are from the core principles of this diet. 1, enough calories. Give it time to get enough calories in on a daily basis for a long enough period so your body has 1, energy to start healing, 2, energy so it starts to feel safe. Those 2 things are very, very important. One thing that really happens on a low... It might rain. It's dark in the sky. One thing that happens on a low calorie diet or a low carb diet or a fasting diet is your body starts sending out starvation signals. Again, with the FGF21, this is another version of that kind of diet. FGF21 is not what we're trying to achieve here. That is a starvation signal. FGF21 is a signal for starvation. It starts mobilizing energy. It starts down-regulating hormones, down-regulating libido, things like that. You do not want to trigger that. We're doing something else here. So, Ziggy! In that effect, we are looking to raise our metabolism naturally with calories. We are looking to allow our body to be in a healthy state long enough so that that starvation signal not only gets put to bed, but it gets forgotten. Because your body's like, in those diets, your body is like in literally survival mode. Literally. It is conserving calories. It is... Ziggy! What are you doing? What are you doing? What'd you find? Come here. He hasn't been out all day. He's like raring to go because somebody forgot to bring him to the beach. And then I was out all day doing stuff. So he was just laying around like a little pup. So it's in survival mode in those diets. And it takes a long time. There's studies that show that people cannot just retrain their body to be out of survival mode. And it takes a long time to get there. The longer you've been in there, the longer you've destroyed your metabolism, lowered it, wrecked your hormones, raised cortisol and adrenaline for as long a time as you have, the longer it takes for your body to undo that and realize, oh, I'm finally in a safe space. Now I can just get rid of the fat I'm holding naturally. That's what we're looking for. Natural fat loss via bodily mechanisms. That's what the zero fat is for. Because if you're not taking in dietary fat, eventually your body is going to utilize the fat on your body for all sorts of things. So giving it time to feel safe, and then giving it time to raise its metabolism. The metabolism is not an on and off switch. It takes time to lower metabolism, and it's going to take time to raise it back up. Not a lot of time, not an excessive amount of time. I say for most people, give it a month. Don't think about the fat loss for a month, or the fat gain maybe. Don't think about it for a month. Just do this diet, get into a safe place, and get energy for a whole month straight, and see where you're at. Most people have found that just doing that alone, they've benefited so much that the scale weight's not even as important anymore because they feel so good. So yeah, giving it time to raise metabolism. And of course, the amount of stress that you put in your body did a huge toll. Hans Saley, one of the pioneers in thyroid, it's totally gonna rain on me. I can feel it. It got dark. It's all of a sudden getting breezy. Oh boy. Bulking out. Hans Saley, one of the pioneers in thyroid research, he had a great quote that I'm going to butcher again, but it was basically like, every stress leaves a scar on the organism and they pay for it with a shorter lifespan. That's what we do to ourselves, and hopefully we're not paying for it with a shorter lifespan, because we are dynamic organisms that are always striving towards healing and are always healing, but the stresses we put on our body leave an indelible mark, and so we need to make sure that we stop doing that. One of the biggest stresses people put on their body is being in a cortisol state most of their day, by not eating enough, by not eating enough carbohydrates, by being in stressful environments, by overdoing training, overdoing exercise, doing stupid stuff like ice baths. We need to stop that stuff. We need to get to healing. And that takes time as well. So everything I'm saying, just give it time. It is one of the most, if not the most important aspect of this diet, besides the macros and the calories. First comes calories, then comes macros. Well, maybe not. First comes macros, then comes calories, then comes giving it time. Very important. Keystone of this diet, of this way of eating, the sugar is life way of eating. Keystone is giving it time. T-shirt, give it time. That's kind of it for this one. That's not that complicated. I just know that a lot of people really, they want to see immediate results. Even though if they're getting immediate results, they still want to see more immediate results. They want to see that, all these people are coming, so many people are coming from the sugar fast, where they saw some really quick results. But you know what? They're not doing the sugar fast anymore. There's a reason they're not doing it anymore, because it didn't work long term, because it is another restriction diet, or it's manipulating metabolism via FGF21, but it is not long-term healing. So you're going to lose some initial water weight, probably some fat and some muscle, and then eventually it's just going to stop working, and then you're stuck because you can't go back to a normal diet. And then when you do, you're gaining it all back. And so they're coming to this diet from that diet thinking they're going to see the same results. They're not going to see the same results. You're not going to see 5 pounds of fat loss in a week or whatever right away. But the longer you give it time, the more fat loss you will see, because it takes time to ramp your metabolism up. It is just a freaking downpour, isn't it? Just feel it. It takes, a couple months to really, or like a month, or a couple weeks to a month to really ramp your metabolism up, to start burning more fat at rest and utilizing fat for all sorts of things. So if fat loss is your goal especially, then you really got to give it time, because the longer you do it, the better the results you're going to see. It's going to be slow at first. Come on. Slow at first, and then it's going to ramp up. And everything else is gonna like fall into place as well. You're gonna see big shifts in your mood and your energy. in your brain function, your digestion, hopefully, your autoimmune diseases, your other diseases, your insulin resistance, all those things. You're gonna see some extreme shifts. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like so windy. Dude, there's shit falling from the sky. I think it's from that tree. It's like a widowmaker, man. The tree could just fall. Yikes, look at that one just leaning. Yikes, what the heck is going on? Anyway, that's it for me. This was actually a good short one. To the point is what I'm trying to do here. To the point. Think I'm looking bigger? Huh? Huh? Ugh. I'm only doing push-ups and pull-ups. But it's working. Getting bigger. I got another guy doing this diet, and he's saying he's getting the best bodybuilding results he's ever gotten in his life, in terms of size and strength and adding reps. So this diet does work for exercise. And that's another key component that I will address in another video. All right, later.